Shubman Gill is an Indian cricketer who is known for his performances in international and domestic cricket. Gill is a right-handed batsman and has gained recognition for his elegant stroke play and solid technique. Here are the Shubman Gill top 10 international innings. Number 10. 82 runs off 72 balls versus West Indies in 2022. Team India reached 192 runs in 30.5 overs because of Shubman Gill's unbeaten 50, winning the first OD of the three-match series. India scored 40 runs in its first 10 overs while chasing a modest target of 190, a slow start from Dhawan and Gill. In the first 10 overs, the batters changed tactics, and Shubman Gill went into a full frenzy, smashing 82 runs off 72 balls with 10 fours and a 6. Shikhar Dhawan, in contrast, hit 9 fours while scoring 81 runs off 113 balls. Number 9. 117 not out versus Australia in 2023. Everyone was impressed by Shubman Gill as he patiently reached a century on day 3 of the fourth and final test match against Australia. During the second session, the elite batsman, who is currently having a stellar run with the bat across all forms, reached his second test century with a boundary from Todd Murphy and celebrated with his signature bow. The entire Indian camp as well as the onlookers came up to congratulate Gill when he reached the triple-figure score. Cricket players and fans alike praised Gill for his stunning ton on social media. Number 8. 110 runs off 152 balls versus Bangladesh in 2022. On the third day of the first test against Bangladesh in Chattogram, Gill smashed his first century. He hit 10 fours and 3 sixes in his 110 off 152 balls. India set Bangladesh a difficult victory goal of 513 as Chesteshwar Pujara and Gill propelled India to 258 for 2 declared in his 12th test. Number 7. 70 runs off 60 balls versus Sri Lanka in 2023. In the first OD game of 2023, Gill, who was selected over Kishan, struck a magnificent 70 off 60 balls. Together, Shubman Gill and captain Rohit Sharma scored 143 runs for the first wicket. With their aggressive approaches and impeccable technique, both hitters put Sri Lanka on the back foot. Number 6. 126 runs off 63 balls versus New Zealand in 2023. India finally scored 234 runs thanks to Gill's innings, which they successfully defended. Their victory by 168 runs was their largest in terms of runs. Virat Kohli's 122 was surpassed by Gill's unbeaten 126 with 12 fours and 7 sixes by the greatest T20I innings by an Indian hitter. In 18 balls, he scored his final 59 runs. The 23-year-old has been anticipated as a strong hitter since he was a little child. We might have witnessed Gill's maturation as a T20 force with this knock. Before the game, his T20I strike rate was 128. Number 5. 98 runs off 98 balls versus West Indies in 2022. Because of his steady play in all 3 ODIs, Gill was chosen as the player of the match and the series. The Indian opener had strong starts in all 3 games and was close to scoring his first 3-figure run before rain ended his celebration. Despite the weather, Team India easily defeated the West Indies in the 4th OD of the series on Wednesday in Port of Spain with a 119-run haul, winning the series 3-0. India's best batsman, Shubman Gill, scored 98 runs while remaining unbeaten, leading the side to a successful performance with a score of 226 off 3 wickets in 36 overs. Number 4. 130 runs off 97 balls versus West Indies in 2022. In the third and final OD match against Zimbabwe in Harare, Shubman Gill was flawless on his route to his first international 100, leading India to 289 for 8. Gill, who made his OD comeback during the series against the West Indies, was visually appealing throughout his 15-4 and a 6-ball innings. The 22-year-old played various types of strokes, but his cover drives and straight drives stood out. Before reaching the milestone in the 1990s, Gill experienced a few anxious moments. Number 3. 116 runs off 97 balls versus Sri Lanka in 2023. With 14 fours and 2 sixes, Shubman Gill scored 116 runs off 97 balls. Shubman Gill, the India opener, maintained his good OD batting form by scoring his second century in the 50-over format in the third and final OD of the series against Sri Lanka, which is now taking place at Thiruvananthapuram. Number 2. 208 runs off 149 balls versus New Zealand in 2023. In the first one-day international match between India and New Zealand at Hyderabad, Shubman Gill made a magnificent 208 runs for India. The 23-year-old scored a double hundred in his incredible innings, making him the youngest player to ever do so in men's OD history. In addition to scoring 208 runs, Gill also reached 1,000 runs for India in ODIs. Throughout the innings, Gill's scoring surged. He moved from 150 to 200 in just 23 balls, surpassing the double century mark thanks to 3 consecutive sixes. Number 1. 112 runs off 78 balls versus New Zealand in 2023. During the third and final one-day international match between India and New Zealand at Indore, Shubman Gill hit his 4th OD century. After scoring his 4th century in the 50-over format, Gill tied Babar's global record. The Indian opener scored 112 runs off 78 balls in a lightning-fast fashion. The strongest opening partnership against New Zealand was made by Rohit and Gill in Indore. For the hosts, Rohit and Gill put together a stunning 212-run partnership in just 26 overs. The entire Indian camp as well as the onlookers stood up to cheer the young prodigy batter.